Hello, it's 9 p.m. in RTD. It's time to English New Edition. For tonight headlines, we have Djibouti and France, the two countries strengthen cooperation and partnership. The Fruit Party held its National Congress at the People's Palace today. In Somalia, at least 3 dead in Mogadishu car bomb attack. Welcome to our newsroom. The President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Omar Guelleh, is in Paris after meeting with the French employers and the Senate the day before. He had lunch yesterday with President Emmanuel Macron. On the menu of the two head states was a fiscal agreement between the two countries, French investment in Djibouti, and the renewal of a defense agreement. The head of state was officially received at Élysée Palace by his French counterpart Emmanuel Macron on Friday on the occasion of his 3-day official visit. Upon his arrival at Élysée Palace, the President of the Republic received the honors of French Republic before being warmly welcomed by French President Emmanuel Macron. After the official photo on the steps of the Élysée Palace, the two presidents had a face-to-face meeting. Discussions between the two men covered all areas of cooperation between the two countries. The exchanges were frank and cordial and friendly between the two presidents in view of solidity of the cooperation relations, discussion that allowed for common views to further improve the prospect for cooperation in the future. Finally, the two presidents signed a decent and partnership declarations on defense. This meeting will allow a new dynamism in the cooperation between the Republic of Djibouti and the French Republic. Foreign Minister Mohamed Ali Youssouf, the Djibouti ambassador to France, Aïd Moussaad, and the French ambassador to Djibouti, Arnaud Guillois, took part in the meeting between the two heads of state. Also, within the framework of the head of state official visit to France, Ismail Omar Guelleh received this morning the honor of the French Republic to the disabled on les Invalides. On his arrival, President Guelleh was welcomed by French Foreign Minister Jean-Yves Le Drian. The ceremony for Les Invalides is one of the highlights of the President of the Republic 3 days official visit to France. This visit reflects the solidity of the relations between our two countries, linked by secular ties. President Guelleh's visit also aims to infuse a new dynamism in the cooperation between Djibouti and France in the many economic policy areas, particularly in the promotions of partnership between the Djiboutian and French private sector. In addition to the summit meeting between President Ismail Margele and President Macron at the Elysee, President Gele had a series of meetings with two members of the French government, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Minister of Defense, Ways and Means of strengthening diplomatic and defense cooperation were at the center of discussions between the President and the two French ministers. The Minister of Foreign Affairs and the Djibouti ambassador to France took part in the meeting. The President of the Republic, Ismail Omar Guelleh, was received yesterday by Ms. Louise Mushikiwabo, the Secretary General of the International Organizations of the Francophonie, at the headquarters of the OIF. The two officials made a progress report of the discussions initiated during the last visit of the Secretary General to Djibouti last December, particularly on the opening of the Francophone regional centers in Djibouti. President Guelleh reiterated his full commitment to the promotions of the French language in Djibouti and beyond in the sub-region, as well as his political commitment to make gender equality a reality in his country. Subsequently, the head of state signed the organization's guest book. Several sets of agreement were signed by Foreign Ministers Mahmoud Ali Youssouf and French Foreign Ministers Jean-Yves Le Drian. These agreements cover on the declarations of intent on investment protection and the roadmap on development cooperation, a framework agreement on scientific cooperation, as well as a framework agreement for decentralized cooperation. Two other agreements have been signed between the director of EDD, Jama Ali Gele, and Frank Tanner, Director General of the company involved in energy cooperation. Two other agreements have been signed between the Director General of EDD, Jama Ali Gelle, and Frank Tanner, Director General of the company involved in energy cooperation. Concerning the private sector, a partnership and cooperation agreement was signed between the Djiboutian group Kamach, represented by Hussein Mahmoud Roble, and the representatives of the hotel company Accor France. Objective is to strengthen cooperation between Djibouti and France. Our special envoy in Paris, Yusuf Abdallah, was able to collect some reactions, including those of the representative of the company, Kamal Hussein Mahmoud Roble, and that of the general managers of EDT, Jama Ali Gelle. The Front for the Restoration of Unity and Democracy Fruit held its national convention this morning at the People's Palace. The ceremony was attended by the First Lady and President of the National Union of Djibouti, woman Khadra Mahmoud Haid. Upon her arrival, the First Lady was welcomed by the Acting President and Vice President of RPP Party, Yusuf Musa Dawale, the Secretary General Ugre Kifle, senior members of the Fruit Party. The People's Palace was packed this morning, where we could also see many orange waves of militants dressed in orange scarves, mostly young from all over of the country. Guests of honors at the Fruit Congress.
bulshay waa furud inkatina ballan qaaday bulshay waa furud isbigii badbaadadu waa furud bulshay waa furud baqa nabadaya sidaye bulshay waa furud ayaa booga hidhayaye bulshay waa furud shurudihii ayaa buuxshay bulshay waa furud inkatina ballan qaaday bulshay waa furud isbigii badbaadadu waa furud bulshay waa furud barti nabadda lagu xidhay bilowgii abcaakowa barti nabadda lagu xidhay bilowgii abcaakowa
The First Lady and also the senior party officials were received to great applause from the Fruit militants. A strong moment which was without questions, in other words, a triumphant entry after the reading of the verses from the Holy Quran, followed by the interpretations of the national anthem, and then the party anthems. The ceremony started with musical entertainment. Various Djiboutian artists treated the stage with sang, especially gathered for the occasion. Song on the primacy of peace and social cohesion this day took on the appearance of the national meeting. In addition to party members and activists, all the allied parties, that is to say the coalitionist union for the presidential majority known as UMP, were present. The ladders were composed of Ilyas Musa Dawale, secretary of the RPP, Abdurrahman Muhammad Al-Lale, president of the National Democratic Party PND, Hasna Mumin Bahdoun, president of PSD, and Mr. Ibrahim Sheikh Daoud, the president of Union of UPR. All of them were present at the opening ceremony of the Fruit Congress on Saturday, which was attended by a number of public figures and officials.
ballamihii hogaanshuhu beri hore inoo qaaday boqorka uu la kaashaday inuu buuxiyaa noocad inaan laga baxay sabal bulshooy way caddahay bulshooy way caddahay waa la beegayay aabbo taageera buuxdo boqolkiiba boqol nisbigii furuudkuugu baaqayaaye bishaarada guddoon aabbo bishaarada guddoon aabbo bishaarada guddoon aabbo bishaarada guddoon aabbo waa la beegayay aabbo taageera buuxdo boqolkiiba boqol nisbigii furuudkuugu baaqayaaye bishaarada guddoon aabbo.
The leader of the Allied Party, namely the UPR President Ibrahim Sheikh Daoud and PSD have successively taken the floor during the ceremony, where they first paid a vibrant tribute to the late Ali Ghalla Abubakar and wished a speedy recovery to the President of Fruit, Ali Mohammed Daoud, who is in Turkey. The Secretary General of the Popular Rally for Progress, RPP, Ilyas Moussa Dawale, said this day took on the appearance of a national meeting in addition to party members and activists, all the allied parties. That is to say, the Coalition Union for the Presidential Majority, known as UMP. The Secretary General of the Fruit Party, Ugure Kifle Ahmed, has indicated that this Congress meeting is in line to support for the new elections in the future the candidates of our party or the candidates of our people. For his part, the Vice President of Fruit and Acting President of Fruit, Yusuf Moussa Dawale, has indicated that this day is historic because Fruit is a great party and the second powerful political movement in the countries, and we are gathered today to convene on a decision who will be the leader of our beloved country. For his part, the Secretary General of the Fruit Party, Ugure Kifle Ahmed, said once the official speeches had finished, the party's political bureau withdrew to vote on two motions on the order of the day. The party nominated the head of state Ismail Omar Guelleh as its next presidential candidate. A choice made unanimously, a choice welcomed by the activists with a wave of applause. The Minister of Energy in charge of Natural Resources, Yunus Ali Geddi, on Thursday, alongside his Kenyan counterpart Charles Kito, sponsored the launching ceremony of the second phase of the drilling programs of Galalekoma site at Lakasala, which was held at Campeski Palace in Djibouti. The signing of contract between the Djiboutian Office for the Development of Geothermal Energy, ODEG, and the Kenyan Energy Company took place at the Campeski Palace Hotel. It is a $6 million US contract between ODEG and Kengen, which will take in charge of drilling process for this site. This recalling from the outset for the determinations of our government, and in particular that of the President of the Republic.
In this beautiful country of Djibouti, with beautiful scenery, good weather, and fantastic people. And I'm honored to be part of the Kenyan delegation witnessing this hallmark occasion that marks the beginning of a new chapter in the African history. I guarantee you that this is just the beginning of what is ahead for both organizations. It is a privilege and a pleasure for Kengen to be granted the opportunity, the first collaborative drilling partnership between Kengen and ODEG, as part of our efforts to enhance regional collaboration and develop capacity in renewable energy resource, and also looking forward to the generation. We have always remained open to our collaborative efforts, and we look forward even to more engagement.
That was Rebecca, the general manager of Kengen, and the director general of ODEG, Dr. Qayad Musa, said that geothermal project planned in Galalekoma would have a capacity of 50 megawatt. Listen for more detail.
I'd like to present first my thanks to the ministers to focus this ceremony marking the end of a big step for our drilling program in Galalekoma. We reached then a new step of Galalekoma project, so we are expecting that to start the drilling program the next couple of weeks. This step is going to be is a risky project and very, very important also and crucial step for the continuity of our project. So I think what I would like to also urge to all the teams, and also here ODEC team and also Kenyan team, the importance to have the support of each others will be very, very, very important on this phase. So the understanding, we will have it together, the discussion, we will have it together between us the next couple of days to make successful this phase will be really decisive. And I would like to all of us to open our mind, our heart also between us and to move ahead in order to make successful this program. So at the end, I do not forget the work we have done the last couple of months, maybe even weeks, between from the different parties, Kengen, ODEC, the external consultants, also the lawyers, who have made really a great job on this tape, who give us a very good advice. Thank you to all of you to make successful this phase. And I will be very grateful to our ministers, again, to focus this very big ceremony.
Now listen to the Minister of Energy, Yunus Ali Gedi.
I know we work for the 2, 3, 4 days before this ceremony. This is a historic day. The first contract between the two companies, Kengen in ODEC. That's a great honor to me to support what my brother, Excellency Charles Keita, this ceremony, synonym of our good partnership between the two countries. As you might know today, Kenya is the first country in Africa and top 10 largest geothermal power generator in the world, having with us Kenyan experts, Kengen, as partner to drill to exploration and production wells in Galalekoma, in Asal Lake. It's sample showing the determination of our leaders to develop a Sud-Sud cooperation. Allow me, Excellency, to underline the determination of our governments and particularly the determination of the two presidents, President Ismail Omar Guelleh and President Kenyatta, to sell, to dream for the East Africa to biggest develop for the renewable energy. There's the strong cooperation for the two countries in East Africa.
And to close up this session, is at least 3 dead in Mogadishu car bomb attack in Somalia. At least 3 people were killed and 8 others injured in a car bomb explosion in Mogadishu, not far from the presidential palace. According to security forces officials, police opened fires on a vehicle before chasing it through the streets of the capital. The police opened fires on the vehicles and chased it away. This allowed many people to get off the road. This really limited the numbers of casualties that the explosions was likely to cause, said Abdurrahman Mohammed. Several witnesses said they heard shoots and saw vehicles scattering before the explosions. The explosion was strong, said Aisha Ahmed. I was in a shop and I saw the police chasing vehicles on the wrong sides of the road. It hit several vehicles and took before exploding near the checkpoint. Another witness, Tahir Osman, was in a support also near the scene of explosions. We had the shoots before the explosions and that alerted many people, including myself, and we fled the area to take cover. This is it for the news. Thanks for watching us. Have a good evening.